glasses are all shiny. Lord knows I need them. Remember, folks. No, I got nothing. How is everybody? What am I missing? I don't have anybody in here yet. It's very early for me to be live in the truck. Hey, we got unfinished project. What's going on, brother? You said that been going on so late. I thought maybe do a short early stream. That way you could participate without having to cut into your beauty sleep. Jeez. This is sweet. Yeah, I'm just hanging out over here. I was kind of putting around on a Sunday, going to go to a baseball game tonight, so I'm not going to get a chance to go live. And I figured it'd be cooler to do just kind of a random live in the truck than do a community post about it. Hey, we got Nathan's Mopar Garage in the chat. Howdy, Nathan. At Cruise, truck. The wagon sounded great, man. That 440 just pulls it along all smooth. Eric Kofed's in the chat. Say live from the truck. Good afternoon, bud. Thanks, man. Good afternoon to you as well. How's it over there, Eric? You out on the road? Unfinished project is anchoring down a Harbor Freight carport. Nice. Those things are pretty tough. The painter at work works out of a bigger one. He gets a lot of pretty good stuff done in there for the conditions he's working in, I feel like. Nathan saying it's a perfect day today. It looked really pretty out there, man. Everything's bright green and great day to cruise. Out here, it's kind of gloomy. You get that, what I always call the June through September gloom. And you kind of get foggy, cloudy mornings. And some days it'll clear, some days it kind of won't, but it's all right. Be a good day to go to the beach, kind of. It's going to be cold, but, it's relative, I guess. Nathan saying, nice size car show today. I think I got the notification about that, Nathan. I just hadn't had a chance to watch it yet. I just pulled back up over here, and I was like, I kind of want to go live, talk to everybody, see what's going down. Eric saying, I'm currently waiting for my trailer to get loaded with silage. I'm unenlightened. Just got my chrome all shined up. Nice, man. That's got to be quite the job. I felt like Harleys were bad, and then I started looking at the rigs. I'm like, man, that is a lot of chrome. That's one thing I'm pretty decent about. If you've got like polished wheels, aluminum or chrome at work, and your car comes through, I'll make sure all that stuff gets polished. I even use my own stuff. Like doing that stuff. But yeah, very mellow day today. I was just lazing around. I was just on the phone with my brother. We were making fun of my pops, same as ever. Just in to cruise the truck a little bit. She was running well. And the truck's been running well, which, after me rebuilding so much of it, I don't know if it's surprising to you guys too, but it's kind of surprising to me. So, I mean, that's to be considered. But she's been running well, getting me to and from work and everything. The roads down here have me wanting to do some work on my suspension, and which will probably be a little expensive. I need to buy 2 new tires for the front. I'm going to do some suspension work, and I need to get a real alignment for the first time in 10 years. Finally got a shop I like. In my defense, I finally found a shop I like, so I'll probably get her aligned and need to get under there and do some painting. I don't know why. Again, there's so many things that it just never occurred to me to mess with the truck. Abel D is in the chat. Cousin Abel, Primo, saying lift it. I would love to, honestly. Maybe not this truck, because I went out of my way to lower the truck, but if I had another C10, I would love a lift. I really would like a K10. I would like the 4x4 a lot, or a K20. That would be really nice. If I find one, maybe without an engine, I got that 350 on the stand. Unfinished, did the head bolts give any when you retorqued? A couple of them did. The one on the front with the helicoil, that one took a little bit more torque, and but besides that, they're pretty well done. And that's something I'm pretty decent at, is torquing things down. I try to go through it a couple more times than I normally would. Of course, I'll torque it down in sequence, 30, 60, 90, and then I go over everything about three to four times, just because I feel like there's always especially when I'm doing intakes, I feel like there's always a shift. Like something will always take a little more torque, so I'm pretty religious about that. But you said to do it, so I'm like, he doesn't. He's always giving me good advice. So Abel's saying lift it on spinners. You want me to squat the truck? Nathan's out. He's still at the car show. Have a good one, Nathan. Thanks for stopping in, man. Enjoy the cars. Hey, does nothing special in the chat. And we got Landon Custom Classics. Cousin Mike's saying usually it's bad when you have a random stream from your truck. No, nothing bad this time. She's been doing all right. You can definitely. I've been listening. She needs some work, a lot of love, a lot. But I'm gonna dive into it. I need to make this truck a little more, a little more accommodating. I guess. I don't know. I never think about it. Look at the discourtesy light over here. You know what I mean? That thing hasn't worked for like 3 years. I don't even mess with it. Does nothing special. How you doing, man? Rich Rich GT350R in the chat. Howdy, Rich. How are you, man? Got everybody's stickers back here. They're reversed, but we got Bad Tree Productions, Max Wedge, Dick Dastardly, Landon Custom Classics, Nathan's Mopar Garage, who just left, Two Hacks Garage, and soon I'm gonna have a Hubie's Garage sticker. I'm just too lazy to clean the window to put it on first, so Abel saying, Ari, do you plan to readjust the lifters at that? Abel, I still haven't done a valve adjustment on this. It's been like 3 weeks, I think. I still haven't done a valve adjustment. She's been running well, and ever since I backed off I retarded the timing some, she's been a lot quieter. So I haven't done the adjustment yet, but I still need to. I still really need to. Does nothing special. Is working up the courage to crank up the weed eater. I feel you, man. Yard work always was like, yeah, for me too. I feel you. Got to get out there, man. Make some noise. Burn some 2-cycle. Cousin Mike is smoking some yummy habanero green chili sausages. That sounds damn good. What kind of pellets are you using? What kind of wood smoke? Rich is saying quiet Sunday here. Same here, Rich. For the most part, it's a really mellow day. I just popped out for a little bit, cruised the truck some. I had my coffee, and here I am. Still waking up, really. In all reality, I don't know what time it is. It's noon now. You guys ever do that? Just wake up for like 4 or 5 hours? Paint Neighbors in the chat saying, I'm still working on my midday coffee. Yeah, exactly. I almost got another pot in, but I didn't want to, get too high up there and end up taking an afternoon nap. Buff Del Campo saying, live now? I accidentally stumbled into this. Yeah, Buff, I'm going to a Dodgers game later, so I wasn't going to be able to go live, so I thought I'd pop on here for a little bit, just talk to everybody. How are you, Buff? Anything cool going on? Cousin Mike's saying I got maple cherry right now. Damn, those are going to be good, Mike. I'm jealous. Abel's saying, Ari, how many EFI conversions happen at your shop? Are they running good or are they finicky? Abel, a ton of EFI conversions. A ton. I mean, pretty much, if you come in and you have a 4-barrel carburetor, you're going to get an EFI swap. Ray sells the hell out of those things. He likes them a lot. They work well, but they are finicky. And it just kind of, we do a lot of good stuff in there. You know what I mean? We do, but it's not really my thing. So it's hard for me to agree with. But a lot of them, they're very finicky. They got the problems with RFI, and then you got all the systems that you need to properly run the EFI. And you end up running a few more relays, a lot more grounds. You're dealing with, I don't know. It's too. You just modernize the car in my opinion. But we use these really good baffled internal fuel pumps. They're from Phantom, I think. And it's like there you go. You know what I mean? It went from an old car with a fuel pump that was on the engine to it's got a return now. You got to plumb. You got a fuel pressure regulator. You got to plumb in, and you got this internal to the tank like a modern car fuel pump, and it kind of, I don't know. To me, it takes away from it. It's efficient. It works really well, but it's like the fuel pump's too far from the the power source. So you got to run another relay for that, and otherwise you're losing 30% fuel capacity when you're actually at high RPM, whatever it is. They're finicky. They need work. Olive in the chat, Miss Olive Drab. Howdy, how are you? Yeah, no, a lot of EFI conversions. And again, you know what I mean? It's a lot because the customers don't want to deal with a carburetor. They're not the type to kind of fiddle with their car or, anything like that. So they end up wanting this turnkey kind of system. And it ends up that way. They start easy, they run well, but Tony just did a video about this. He's saying, if the system fails, you're stuck right there. And it's true. It's totally true. You know what I mean? They get towed in all the time. They have some issues. They do. My boss is good with them. You know what I mean? He can remedy it all. He can, you know what I mean? But it's very complicated. To me, it feels like he's running in circles, but that's his job. That's what he's doing. He's just changing things and remedying them as he goes. Does a good job. Auto Salvage Outlaws in the chat. Howdy, brother. How we doing? Yeah, a lot of EFI conversions. Again, you know what I mean? It depends what you're going for. If that's really, really what you're into, you like modernizing things, sure, go for it. You know what I mean? But I don't know. It's more wiring. It's not even that much wiring. It's like a 10 pin, but of course the 10 pin's right on the intake. You know what I mean? You change a few things. And then my boss likes to add Dakota digital gauges as well. So again, it's not much. It's not a huge change. It's not radical or anything at all. It all bolts in for the most part, wires to the system. But to me, I don't like the digital stuff. It creates a failure point in my mind. But it's probably just paranoia. The technology ain't bad. Oh, nice. Unfinished wants me to do a driveway burnout. Little stump puller burnout. This thing will do it right now. She's been running pretty healthy. I guess, a gear on the cam sprocket not working will make a difference. I don't know, I guess. 38 POS Racing in the chat. How's it going, man? 38's got the 59s. I got the 60. Auto Salvage saying it'd be cool to see the 6-cylinder do that. Like there's too much crap in here. I'd go flying. But yeah, no, a lot of EFI conversions. Man, again, the RFI thing, because it's like, especially when we do them on Fords, like we're about to do one on a 302, another Bronco. I like Broncos. You guys have ever worked on a Bronco though? You need like small hands. Like 38 POS is doing well. Glad to hear it, man. Glad to hear it. But yes, the 302, another Bronco. We put these RFI shields on them. It's just like a little like Faraday plate basically that goes in front of the sniper system between the sniper system and the distributor because it gets so much RFI off the distributor, which isn't a new thing. RFI is a problem, but Again, you use some decent plug wires, you run your grounds as you should, it can be remedied. You need a plate though, like I'm saying, it's like, can you imagine that? You just paid like $1,200 for this sniper system and it's sitting there with an aluminum plate right in front of it. You can't even see the damn thing. It's like, it's all shrouded. Again, it's more like a modern car at that point. You've got more electrical, more plumbing, things are shrouded, things are blacked out. You know what I mean? It's not my favorite thing. Abel's asking, how's the dart? You ought to be wrenching on the dart instead of having Dodger dots. I should be, man. I'm getting ready. I'm preparing myself mentally to work on the car. It's not a lot of work. I think I can get it done pretty fast, at least get it to where it's putting. But I'll definitely get into it. I'm going to try to get into it soon. And I'm going to get that damn car moving. I promise I will. I have to, you know what I mean? There's just too much. It's too cool not to. The way the build's gone and everything. The engine's already. I feel like it's going to, with a Super 6 and everything, I feel like it's going to be too cool not to work on. So I need to get in there. Plus, it'd be nice to have a car that, shifts itself. That sounds fancy at this point. But you still don't have power steering. But, yeah. What else is going down? The dart. Yeah, the dart. Oh, I need to get the transmission in there. Well, I need to take the engine out and probably do some clearancing on that oil pan. Yeah, some clearancing on the oil pan. Drop that back in. I need to rebuild one of those BBDs I have. I have two of them. And that would be... I need a fuel tank too. I need a few things for the dart. A few things. But I definitely need to get into that. It's close. And that would be really cool. Well, what's holding me back kind of is I really want to do some work on the front suspension of this truck. I want to just replace my ball joints, tie rod ends, whatever bushings I can, bump stops. I'm considering a sway bar. If I can afford it, I'll grab one. It's not a very expensive thing at all, but just you know how stuff gets. It's very cheap until you got to adapt it and buy the different hardware. you know, that's always how it goes. Universal is the same word as custom. That's what I'm always saying. Abel, no, I won't be having it after the Tony tonight. I'll probably be busy. I'll probably be at the Dodgers game, and I wanted to do just a short live this afternoon, just talk to people if I could. I'll do a community post as well, just in case people don't catch this stream. But does nothing special. Says daily driver comes first. Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? I got to keep her as smooth as I can, and it's not very expensive to maintain this thing at all. Comparatively, compared to even a cheaper modern fleet car. You know what I mean? It's cheap, so I have no excuse. But my budget's kind of slim. I spend a lot of money on tools. I spend too much money on tools, but they're damn good tools, and it saves me time. So it's like, why not? Just the same. It's funny. I get a lot done with the little Craftsman set that I have in the box back here, but I don't know. Work on a lot of different crap at work and a lot of different configurations, of course, because everybody's always switching things. We deal with restorations from the 90s, 80s, cars that are untouched, weird stock stuff like that T-Bird. Everything's still bone stock. Auto Salvage Outlaws wants me to do a burnout. I'd probably be crucified down here. It's a police state. Does nothing special, saying tools are a good investment. I try, you know what I mean? I beat myself up about it because it's like I probably spend the most money on gas and tools. I probably spend more money on that than food almost, but it's like, it's I don't know. They last. You got something to show for it. They make you money. Lifetime warranty on a lot of them. Again, like you said, it seems like a good investment. I appreciate when everybody agrees with me on that. I like enablers. 38 POS is saying square body sway bars aren't far off from fitting. Need the bracket on the lower A arms. Yeah, I figured I'd kind of wing it with that. There's a lot of spare material at the shop. I could probably make something and just make it work. Abel D saying, hey, all right, have a good Sunday. Make sure it's a fun day. Thanks, Abel. You too, brother. I'll let you do your thing. Thanks for stopping in, man. Auto Salvage is saying, tell him the clutch stuck. Oh, man. And the jack comes rolling out the back of my truck. 38 POS is saying, that's what I have on my 66 C20. I wonder if that's cheaper than. I wonder, yeah, because the square body is kind of a generic part still. I wonder if that's cheaper than the one they sell at the Orange Truck Shop, the specialty store I got down here. Because they have a kit. That's probably just what it is. I bet if I look at the parts number, it's just a square body sway bar. Gotta put that in mind. Thanks, brother. Yeah, this place is classic. I've seen one dude. He's got a K10. He did kind of a decent burnout. Or no, he had a no a K5 Blazer. Sorry, 66 C20 is a nice truck, man. That's a tough truck. You got coil springs all around. You actually have conical bearings. You don't have ball bearings like this old 60. Do the 59s have ball bearings? 38 POS saying probably $10 that you pull it. That would be a smart way to go. There's not a lot of good junkyards out here. There really ain't. But, I'm sure I could find something. Sometimes I run into good stuff on OfferUp or Craigslist, but people charge too much. But hopefully I'll get to hit one of these auto swap meets soon. We got a decent auto swap meet out here. Maybe I'll find something. Someone who's got a bunch of crap I can buy. More rusty crap that I can buy. But, yeah, it's kind of few and far between. There's one apparently down here, almost in Mexico. It's like Escondido or something. Hubie was telling me about that he might want to visit. But that'd be kind of a long drive. But yeah, I don't know. Why not? Just go cruise the truck. It'd be pretty out there. It might make for some good videos. Unfinished project saying, I see Carter Auto Restyling is working on a 66 C10. Those are nice trucks. Hey, Brother Bear's in the chat. Howdy, brother. How are you? Barrow's Garage. I enjoyed the pickup last night, man. You guys were talking about smart people stuff for a while, though, so I had to kind of tune out and, just kind of make jokes for a little bit. Dave Lewis is in the house saying, Father's Day at the LA Roadster Show swap meet. Nice. Need to go. Barrows is saying, good to see you all. Good to see you, brother. Been enjoying all the little shorts on the old Fords and whatnot. That last video about you pulling the engine out of the car kind of hit home. Man, that was a pain. I should have just pulled this 6-cylinder out of this truck. I would have saved a lot of climbing and headaches. 38 POS saying yes on 59s are ball bearings. Hubs are a direct swap with the tapered bearings up to 68 or so. Huh. So there's no difference in the spindle, really? Please don't tell me I'm that dumb. Paint neighbor saying all the cool junkyards are gone where I live. They're on the boondocks, kind of. No name of your car. Yeah, they're down south. Like I said, almost to Mexico. They have a couple good yards, and they would have some stuff. There's people out there with six-cylinder parts too. Hubie sent me a guy that was pretty much selling an entire 235, and I kind of wanted to buy maybe the head and just some few other parts. But again, it's kind of a long drive. But I need to get out there. Chris Greenaway's in the chat. Howdy, brother. How are you? Barrows is saying there's nothing wrong with doing it the hard way, brother. We've all done it, man. Yeah, but it's just kind of funny, I mean, like the hoist is out in the yard. I have my own spare engine stand. It's like why not? Yeah, next time I have to thrash on this thing, the engine's coming straight out. Everything's getting degreased first. I'm not doing that again. That was that was a lot. That was a labor of love for sure. But she's rolling well now. But it took some handiwork. That's for sure. Chris did a 95-mile cruise yesterday. Nice, man. In the formula. That water. It's gone now. Gone forever. Yeah, definitely. That six-cylinder is so awkward. And like you were talking, the number six push rods, that's just a full-on trap right there. Full-on trap. Just make sure this thing's actually updating. Sometimes this thing will get stuck on top chat only and I miss messages, and that bums me out because I want to read you guys' messages. Yeah, 95 miles. I do a 50-mile cruise with this thing every day, driving to and from work. It's a lot of miles to put on an old truck, I know, but it's nice. It's like a mobile happy place kind of thing. It's hard to be pissed at traffic if I'm just sitting in this thing. It's like, all right, you know what I mean? I'm just cruising my truck. It ain't bad. If I leave work too late, though, because normally I kind of cruise on the end of traffic, and people will be going kind of more my speed. There's more folks on the road, so it's more convenient. But if I leave too late, people are flying on the damn freeway out here, 85, 90. So it gets a little, you know what I mean? I prefer folks stay the hell away from me, but they don't. So what are you gonna do? But she always gets me home one way or another. Trucks, like I said, the truck's been running well. I need to do. I'm gonna get some two front tires. I need to do some suspension work. I need to do some painting under there just to clean it up, and I'll be a happy man. Unfinished. Any idea? Is asking. Any idea why the speedo cable gave up so soon? Unfinished. I pulled that speedo out of a '60 Cadillac that we were cutting the floor out of at work. Something that had been sitting in a yard for God knows how many years. So that's probably why. It was as old as the truck. So I was surprised they got anything out of it, really. Did I not specify that? Only I would skip that detail. Does nothing special saying, all right, have a good rest of your weekend when I get to work. Does nothing special. Thanks so much, brother. You too. Hope you get through the yard work decent. Be safe out there. Check your fluids, man. 2-cycle oil. Check your 2-cycle fluid oil. Have a good one, brother. Dave Lewis is saying, I need to wash all of the tree pollen off of the El Camino. Left it out last night. Oh, dang. Is it bad? Does it kind of stick? I know it does down here. I don't know if it's the same up there. Unfinished is saying, if you did, I missed it. Yeah, well, you wouldn't have missed it if I said it. Yeah, no, it was out of a 60 Eldorado. Um, I think everything, they're keeping the block and everything, obviously, but most of the consumables would for sure have gotten scrapped. So I took the Speedo cable and some of the hardware, of course, because from 60s. So Lazy A-Hole Ranch in the chat saying, hey guys, just saw your live, just finishing some editing up. Good to see you. Good to see you, Allie. Yeah, I'm going live because I'm not going to be able to go live later, so I figured I'd come say hi to everybody. I'll do a community post as well for anybody that misses it, but that misses this live. I'm always doing that vague. But yeah, I just figured I'd pop on and talk to folks. Editing, I need to try my hand at that. I still do all my videos kind of all at once. I edit some of the shorts, I guess, but what are you going to do? Olive says, all right, it's Sunday. Every day is like Sunday. Dave Lewis is saying, sticky and yellowish white on a dark blue. That's rough, man. Damn, I bet the El Camino looks clean with the dark blue. The trim and everything, that probably looks damn good. Chris is saying back to work this week. Nice, man. That'll probably get you going. You working nights again or days? Lazy A's saying that I'm trying to explain a bunch of stuff from the last year, so it's an ass load of editing. Yeah, I can imagine. Has it been going well though with the work over there on the cabin and whatnot? Is there? I mean, I don't know how much progress you could have made with that crazy winter and everything, but I haven't. I guess I should watch the video. Unfinished project saying yellow and blue make green. Unfinished project. That's the first time I've ever seen a curb on your videos, I think. You're out in town, man. Country music's gone to town. Lazy A saying, nope, nothing. It's tough to get stuff done sometimes. God. Yeah, unfinished project went to town. Had to get some hardtack candles for the winter. Oh, he's getting. I guess it's not winter anymore, but bad joke. Editing stuff. Lazy A saying, I'm getting stuff ready to go to push through a bunch of it this month or next month before school starts. Nice. Unfinished thing was waiting on fuel, so I snagged a couple shorts. Yes, the bag blowing in the wind. Sometimes you see them and they're so graceful. It's like, it's like a little pollution jellyfish just floating around. Saw a Mercedes with one completely stuck to whatever like diaper thing they got under the engine. It's kind of funny seeing such an expensive car with trash stuck to it. I don't know. Hey, Spencer's in the chat. How are you, brother? I tried to join one of your last lives, but I think my phone was messing up or something. It wouldn't let me really like join. But yeah, I guess I should get another speedometer and get another Speedo cable unfinished. That would probably be cool to see it work again. As it stands, she's in your favorite spot there. 25 all the time. You guys will probably like this Mazda here. Pretty tough truck. It's all stripped down and everything. Can't imagine having that out in the desert, though. Chris Greenaway saying, picked a second set of rims for the Formula, 75 per rim, and blasted and ready for paint. Nice. That ain't bad. Pretty dang cheap. My Project Cars and shit's in the chat. Howdy, brother. How are you? Unfinished saying, is that the spot at the train tracks? Yeah, pretty much. It's over by my pops' office. This is always my pit stop. I spend too much time here. Chris is saying, missing center caps and rings, but I have that. Nice. He's got everything on hand. It's always fun. I have a lot of crap for this truck. I got a lot of stuff put away. I need to, like I said, I just need to get to work on some of it. It's like it's bordering on really lazy now, so really ought to just spend some time. Hey, we got LP94 in the chat. Howdy, Lars. Lars, the bearded man. I'm the opposite, man. I can't keep this stuff. Otherwise, I get that like no-fly list look. Lazy Ace saying meditative over there. Yeah, pretty much. It's a mellow place. It's one of the only places I like to stream from because it's kind of quiet comparatively. No one's screaming or nothing. Sometimes they are, but there is some traffic and whatnot. But rarely is there noise over here. It's a good place to stream from. So or record. Good place. Chris Greenaway saying Tony has to paint the car and do the break-in miles or else he's going to be in trouble. My Project Cars and shit saying, I like the way the old 6 sounds. Thanks, man. She's pretty, pretty decent. I'm sure I'm not in gear. Oh, is she going to be fickle? Of course, on camera, she's going to be fickle. Sounding pretty decent. Doing her thing. The lifters have always been loud. Decent old thing. My Project Cars and shit saying debating on keeping and replacing the straight 6 in my 82. It's not one of those integral head 6s, is it? I know one of them have like it's a weird casting where only the head doesn't really come off. It was on Waylon Wire's channel. Excuse me, he had one. I love the 6 cylinders, I really do. But I understand why people replace them. I do, especially after working on them, dealing with this one especially for years. Mom's in the chat. Howdy, Mom. You're saying 250 inline? Yeah, I know, but they did one with I don't know if it was the same displacement, but they did one with an integral head around that era. I don't know if it was a truck thing or what. It was weird, like one of the only crappy GM designs from back then. I feel like, I don't know, it's kind of a broad statement, but Yeah, 250 is great. I like the newer sixties. Sixties, new word, guys. I like the newer sixes, the post 63, because they're easier to deal with. You know what I mean? They kind of come with a lot of the upgrades you would want to do to one of these older stove bolts. They bolt up to a normal transmit. They got the same belt housing pattern as a V8, normal GM transmission. They're just easy to deal with. Parts are pretty cheap. Probably not as easy to find as small block parts, but I don't know. I mean, just it's a preference thing, really. I think it makes for a great cruiser car to have the six cylinder. It does save a little bit of gas. It's not definitely ain't the fastest, but it's kind of a don't have to worry about it so much. I feel like. Chris Greenaway is saying, "I'm glad I'm dealing with a Poncho 400. Sorry, the six are magnificent on gas and puttering around. Parts are a no-go." Yep. I need to find a 400 for my buddy. He's got a 64 Grand P, Grand Prix, and I'm not sure on the block that in. It's a 380 something, 3 something, and it's cracked. So he's been looking for a 400 to swap in, and he just put in a 350 transmission instead of that weird Roto Hydromatic or whatever the hell was in it. So it'd be cool to find him a 400. Unfinished project saying, Ari's mama, where's that video? Exactly, unfinished. Thanks for asking her. She needs to make some. It's not. Oh yeah, I bet you haven't been cooking, Ma. I'm sure you've been eating all fast food, huh? Letting somebody else prepare the food, I bet. My project cars and shit saying, I think I'll keep it because it's the original motor. Oh yeah, yeah. I guess that's you save a little bit of a headache that way too. Just kind of already there, everything's in place, no adaptation. But hey, as long as it runs well, they're pretty easy to work on. Pretty easy to diagnose. I feel like. Like I said, the newer sixes are kind of different beasts. This damn six cylinder is 630 pounds without fluid. Without fluids. 630 pounds. I'm so thrown by that. Mom's nervous. What are you nervous about? I embarrass myself on YouTube weekly. Come on. Join the party. Paint namer saying, I never liked the Ford straight six that has an intake manifold and exhaust manifold integrated with the head. Yeah, that one's kind of a bummer. I know they made some good sixes, obviously the 300 and stuff like that, but Mom did curry. My project cars and shit saying it hasn't run in about 10 years. Hey, what are you gonna? It'll probably come back to life pretty decent. You'll replace some consumables, and it's good. Unfinished project saying built to last. Dave Lewis is saying I've lost count on how many six cylinders I sent to the scrapyard. I understand completely, Dave. Some people just don't want to deal with it. It's not their thing. I like the kind of kinesthetic part about it. I like the way the six cylinder sounds. It's a little drony, of course, at high RPM, but the kind of tractory sound. Um, I don't know. I think that's a big thing about it for me, especially when you downshift or your engine braking and stuff. It's very unique, kind of cool. But yeah, 630 pounds on this thing. And I was talking with Hubie about it because a Corvette came into work for an inspection, and I sent him a couple pictures. It was a '54, I think. 50. I lose track of my early Corvettes, but it had this 235 six cylinder with a tricarb intake, and had three really cool carders on there. Side draft. I'm not sure what the model was, but they were side draft carders, and it had a cast iron power glide behind it. So it's like between the cast iron power glide and the six cylinder, without fluids, that is 870 pounds or so, 880 pounds for that tiny little sports car. Chris Greenaway saying slant sixes are the best to work on, all the room. They're funky, Chris. Like after the slant six, working on a Chevy small block is like it's just very, it's not like oblong and everything's not heavy and long and tall and stuff. It's so much easier. I don't know. I feel like I do better with the six though. Bad Tree Productions in the chat. Heathens saying hi from the road of six summer. Yes. All of a sudden, I'm pretty okay with a little V8 as Need May Arise. Straight sixes are cool and all though. My old Z is one car I never would have put a V8 in. That was all built around that L Series 6. Yeah, the old Z's are pretty cool cars. Unfinished Project is saying I have slant 6, 318, 360, 413, 440. All to play with when my schedule frees up in a couple years. Fingers crossed. Yeah, man, you've got a lot of cool cars out there. I even like the truck you use for work with the cat and everything. I feel like that's kind of interesting in its own way. You probably hate it because you're always in the damn thing, but it's still pretty cool. My Project Cars and shit saying I did some videos on a 60s Le Mans with a Slant 4. You wanted to see something weird, check out one of those. I'm going to have to check that out, man. That's out there. I've never even heard of that. I've heard of a 4-cylinder version of my 235. But again, that's one I've never seen either. Dakota's in the chat. Howdy, Dakota. Finally live when you're not falling asleep, huh? Unfinished Project said it was recently sold. Oh, I'm sorry, man. We might have used this same Freightliner when I first started working with my friends at the plumbers. I don't know though. I can't remember. My poor brain. Dakota's saying, "Are you messing with that Holly double pumper right now?" Nice, man. It's not too bad off, is it? I made sure to say, like, I knew it needed rebuilt, but I didn't know if it was that bad. If it's scrap, I'm sorry, man. Chris Greenaway saying, "Did I overpay $300 for 4 Rally, 2 sandblasted and painted gray? It's a way to remove the paint, then just repaint without affecting the primer." Geez, I don't know about that. I don't know about that, Chris. I'm not really much of a painter. I'm actually a really horrible painter. Dakota's timeout saying, Dakota's timeout is saying that I'm going through that carb and rounding some sharp edges and whatnot. Nice. Dakota's saying, no, it's going to be great. Right on, man. I was worried. I was like, because I didn't look at it much. It had been kind of sitting by my stuff. And I knew, like I said, I just knew it had been sitting for a long time and it needed to be gone through, but I'm glad it's not scrap. I was worried for a second. I thought it sent you something useless. Unfinished Project saying, I'm in the spare truck, new Kenworth truck coming into here. Hey, as long as it works, it's not a pain to work with, is it? Stuff like that can really mess you up, you know what I mean? A change in deck height, whatever it is, capacity, if you're used to working with one truck, it'll throw you up. Dakota's actually going through the thing. That's cool. Dakota, that's still cool you're doing it, man. Just whatever you can to make your stuff go faster. That's rad. People pay a lot of money for stuff like that at work, for the boss to go through things, or what they think is the boss going through things and it's me going through things. And they pay a lot of money for that, man. So it's a good thing to spend the time on. To have that attention to detail, to be that 0.00001% faster, man. Olive saying you may want to affect the primer, possibly removing it and redoing it all, at least scuffing it up. Dave Lewis is saying a friend of mine is a 68 Grumman diaper truck with a slant 6 in it. That's crazy. Weird old fleet trucks like that. That kind of stuff's fascinating to me. But right on, guys. I'll probably call it, get out of this truck, and need to probably get some coffee in me. I don't know if the first couple cups really sank in, so. Paint neighbor saying I like detailing parts and rounding sharp edges when I rebuild carbs and things. Yes, definitely. I did that with all the bracketry for that nail head, because some of that stuff was a little rough, you know. And I went through all of it and rounded it off and cleaned the hell out of it, and I painted it all now. So just chilling in the truck, Ma. But yeah, guys, I'll let you do it. I'm not going to be live tonight. I'm going to be a little bit busy, so I'll probably talk to everybody next week. I'll try to post some good videos if I can. And everybody be safe out there. Don't get crazy or nothing. Enjoy yourselves. Have a great Sunday, and remember to check your fluids. Have a good one, everybody. Thank you.